You are a global football superpower, Brazil, France, Germany. You walk onto the pitch expecting a challenge from a rival nation of millions. Instead, you face a country so small its population barely fills one stadium. The impossible just happened. We'll analyze the exact tactical blueprint Curaçao used to shatter World Cup records and show how organization defeats pedigree, setting them up for the biggest upset in history.
In modern football, the ceiling for success is usually set by population size. More people means more talent, better resources, and a bigger funnel for creating stars. That is the accepted law. But football had other plans. Curaçao, a nation of approximately 156,000 inhabitants and 171 square miles, has secured a spot in the 2026 FIFA World Cup, establishing a new record as the smallest nation by both population and land area ever to participate. They did it by maintaining an unbeaten record across 10 qualification matches. This wasn't luck. This was a strategic consistency that delivered the most impossible achievement in tournament history. This achievement defies the basic rules of population size and breaks a historic world record. We are talking about a nation whose interior population is approximately 156,000 inhabitants, smaller than a single medium-sized city. This broke the historic record set by Iceland in the 2018 tournament, which participated with approximately 330,000 inhabitants. Curaçao has dramatically lowered the bar for what is geographically possible in global sport. The exact moment they clinched their spot was a 0-0 tie against Jamaica in Kingston. This result officially ended the impossible dream and made it reality. The fact that a single defensive draw could guarantee such a monumental shift in national destiny is why this whole story is a serious problem for the traditional superpowers. This historic qualification sets up the context for the biggest challenge in the tournament.
Curaçao's feat is astonishing, but they did not invent the underdog playbook. To understand their potential path forward, we have to look back at the original tiny nation success story, Iceland, the smallest nation by population until now. Iceland proved that small numbers don't matter if you invest intelligently. Their success in the 2010s was built on a massive national investment in indoor, heated football facilities, domes, built starting in the early 2000s. This infrastructure investment allowed year-round training, countering the negative impact of the subarctic climate on player development. That was the infrastructure investment. Iceland also enforced extraordinary coaching standards. The Icelandic Football Association, KSI, mandated high standards for coaching, leading to a large number of UEFA A and B licensed coaches per capita. It was like having a university-level professor available for every 5 students. Small nations rarely produce global superstars. They cannot rely on a single Lionel Messi. Instead, they must rely on flawless execution of the game plan and exceptional unity among players. The world realized something important: tactical discipline can defeat pedigree, and this established the small nation strategy.
Curaçao embraced this precise, structured approach, often called functional football. This style isn't about flashy individual performance. It is like a perfectly engineered, fuel-efficient watch designed only for accuracy. It maximizes results through organization. Their success in North America and Caribbean qualifying was not based on overwhelming opponents. It was based on extreme defensive structure, where every player knows their exact position and role. This is tactical discipline, following the map exactly step by step versus wandering around hoping to find treasure. The proof was that pivotal 0-0 draw against Jamaica. It was a game defined by relentless collective pressing, when the entire team works together to pressure opponents to win the ball back quickly. This unity, this total commitment to the coach's plan, is the only way a team with such a small player pool can compete against nations over 1 million strong. This calculated approach is the foundation for a lasting legacy. This small nation strategy hinges entirely on organization. But who is the architect of this tactical weapon? It is the veteran manager, Dick Advocaat. Advocaat is highly respected, having worked with major clubs across Europe for decades. The Guardian highlighted the stark contrast. Smallest nation to reach a World Cup will be guided by the oldest coach in Dick Advocaat. But why is the youngest ever World Cup nation being led by one of the oldest coaches in tournament history? The answer is experience and pragmatism. Advocaat installed a non-negotiable tactical system. It is focused entirely on high defensive organization, collective pressing, and efficient utilization of set pieces, structured plays like corner kicks. His system demands exceptional team cohesion, like musicians in a small, disciplined orchestra where everyone must hit their note perfectly. Small nations must rely on this structural pragmatism to even the odds. Advocaat's arrival ensured Curaçao would have the highest level of instruction, translating their small player pool into maximized performance. The veteran guidance aligns perfectly with the functional football model. This veteran guidance is the final piece of the tactical blueprint. This setup guarantees they will not just compete, but cause a final shock. The team's commitment to this unified system is what makes them dangerous. If breakdowns like this are your thing, we drop one every week. The story is finished, right? They qualified, but this is where the real legacy begins. Qualifying for a major tournament generates a long-lasting boost known as the tournament dividend. This provides critical infrastructure funding for the island nation and dramatically increases the number of kids playing football. The achievement means that the next generation of Curaçao players will have better facilities and better coaching than ever before. We will show you the exact expensive infrastructure plan Iceland used to fight the Arctic, a blueprint Curaçao must now follow if they want their success to last beyond a single tournament. The blueprint is clear. Invest the dividend into year-round training facilities and maintain those high coaching standards. Curaçao has proven that geography is irrelevant in modern football when you have the tactical and financial will to compete. This is the ultimate payoff of their hard work. But tactics aren't enough. Small nations need cultural momentum. While Iceland had the famous Viking clap, Curaçao will rely on Captain Leandro Bacuna to synthesize their Dutch training and Caribbean spirit on the global stage. Bacuna saw their achievement as destiny. He described the hard-fought 0-0 draw that sealed qualification as a story written for us. This confidence and belief is their final weapon. The previous record holders, Iceland, opened their tournament by achieving a memorable 1-1 draw against Argentina. Curaçao will carry that same underdog spirit and technical discipline into their matches. They are set to cause a final shock. Curaçao proved that the rules of football have changed. You don't need millions of people or a huge transfer budget to reach the higher stage. You need tactical unity, relentless organization, and a system built to maximize every single opportunity. Their tactical blueprint wasn't just enough to qualify. It is the weapon they will use to shock the world and cement their legacy. That size means nothing when the system is everything.